and welcome to the 80sist, the podcast that uses your votes to determine the most totally legendary 80s thing since the gray members-only jacket my grandpa Wes got me for my 16th birthday. In Cleveland, Ohio, I no longer wear epaulets, but I am still Keith Marsteller. And joining me from Seattle, Washington, it's the creator of the 80sist, my longtime friend and co-host, and he is also almost completely a member only. I'm saying he's hung, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Joe Walk. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Keith.
You okay there, Joe?
Keith, it's the Prince region. Prince.
Yeah, pal, I'm aware.
We've been dancing around him for a fucking year. We've been talking about songs he wrote, or songs where somebody sounds like him, or songs sung by his proteges, and now we get to talk about fucking Prince.
Okay, easy, buddy. Easy.
Prince!
Joe, are you gonna be able to function today, man?
No.
Okay, so should I finish this intro on my own? Okay, right. Well, we're talking today about the Prince region, which is not, I guess I should say, just about Prince. You know, it's
Yes, it is. It's all Prince all the time.
All right, Joe. Well, I anticipated that this might be a problem. So, with Megan's help, I've rigged your chair there with a small electroshock. And anytime you're losing control, I'm going to just administer negative reinforcement through this button I have right here in my hand.
You cannot control the excitement that is Prince.
Right.
Thank you. That was helpful.
That was yeah, wow. I thought maybe you were going to snap some teeth off there for a moment during that. Woo! Yeah, it is exciting. We're doing the Prince region, Joe.
Right?
Wow. It's finally here. It's like
It is finally here.
what Christmas morning must be like for folks who celebrate, you know?
I suppose.
Well, welcome back to the 80sist, everybody.
Welcome back.
Yes! Today, it is the long-awaited second show of Season 3. And you might have guessed that we're going to run through what songs made it and what seed everything is in the Prince region. So there you go.
Prince region!
I should have like some kind of, cool Prince sound, Unfortunately, I have like Jody Watley sounds and, these are not what we...
No, we will.
No.
I think it has to happen organically.
Yeah.
We have to organically come up with the definitive cool Prince sound.
I think we should, though. Like, that should be one of the goals of the season. So,
absolutely.
So before we get into that, Joe, man, we've set off a firestorm of controversy with this whole
That's right.
Letting people vote for the songs, but then maybe they weren't the songs, or maybe they weren't the artists that folks were looking for. And we knew that would happen. I mean, everyone's got different opinions.
Yeah.
Music's very subjective experience. We had folks saying, that we should be rating the songs on their lasting impact, not necessarily on how they actually did back then.
Right.
That was it's a valid way to look at it. It's just not the way that I'm looking at it,
Right. Well, the thing is, we've got a bunch of commenters on it. We talk about them all the time. We love our commenters. We're glad they're there. But the thing is that every one of them would probably have different criteria for what they would choose.
That's the beauty of this show. Like,
that's right.
Nobody can decide on even what a legend means. You and I are very different in what we thought that assignment was.
That's right. As a matter of fact, I mean, we have, each of us put forth some acts that were like, we disagree if they're legends or not, but they're here because that's how things shook out.
Yeah. So we have a lot. I love the involvement. People are jumping in. Joe, we hit a new high in listenership. We're getting new subscribers. This week we hit 325 downloads of our pilot for season 3. So how exciting is that? It's a lot of
325.
Yeah, it's a lot of folks for us. You know, we're growing. People are hitting that share button, I think, because
I love that. I love that share button. It's handy.
So anyone who's new to the show, we want to say thanks so much for downloading and like listening to us. You know, like it's still kind of awesome that people take time out of their day to listen to the stuff we have to say about pop music.
Can I real quickly, because I'm sure some of our new listeners are people who listen to a lot of podcasts, and maybe we've got people who listen on 2x speed, because they have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm gonna real quickly, if you are listening on 2x, you're missing some subtle nuances.
He really is correct. Yeah.
All right. Public service announcement. Yeah.
Wow. Well, Joe, this has been a lot of fun. We're starting up a whole new season. We're doing something completely new. We've let people vote for a week on this Prince bracket. 2 other brackets have come out, and people have started voting on those. Only the Bruce Springsteen bracket remains to be released, and that'll be coming out.
That's right.
Yeah, as of this recording, that'll come out early this week, and so all 4 will be out in active voting. And we kind of decided we're going to do something different, just a programming note on what the next few shows are going to be, right, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. So, because right now our listeners are all up in their feelings about this voting and about the acts and the songs, what we thought was, while this is on people's minds, we're going to go through and our next few shows, instead of jumping right in and doing our song versus song in the Prince region, we're going to hold off on that for just a little bit. And meanwhile, we will have shows where we reveal the song winners in each region.
That's right. So, yeah, we're going to go through. Again, we're changing things up. It's a new season.
That's right.
We're going through and we're going to announce all 4 of the regions and the seeds. And then we're going to start knocking them out one at a time.
That's right. Song
by song, matchup by matchup, toyed by toyed. You know. So
that's right.
All right.
So many toys coming down the pike for us.
Many. We got a lot of research to get our assistants. Our research assistant Taffy is going to be very, very busy this season. So
going to be hustling.
So, Joe, it's time now.
Is it time
to look at the Prince bracket? And the outline of today's action is we're going to go down the voting poll in the order that they were presented.
Right.
And reveal the winners and the percentages and reveal who we voted for. And then at the end of the show, we reveal the full bracket. Like, here's who this 1 seed is, 2 seed, etc. Right? So,
got it.
I think that's the action for that is upcoming. And so, Joe, why don't you get us started by talking about the purple one and what songs were nominated and let's get right to it.
All right, so the 4 songs nominated for Prince were When Doves Cry.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Followed by Purple Rain.
Oh, man. Can we just play the whole song? We'll be back in 8 minutes, 42 seconds, guys.
I think that would make for a very, very long show.
All right, fair enough.
Third song for Prince was 1999.
What an interesting...
Oh, yeah.
Sky Was All Purple. You know that one.
It was. And then the final song that we nominated for Prince was, of course, Let's Go Crazy.
All right. There you go. Those are the 4 songs, Joe.
Okay.
Do you want... Are we going to carry over this anger over the timpani into season 3, or you...
I've let it go, man. I've
all
embraced
gone.
the timpani. That's
All
right.
right. Then I've got one ready for you whenever you are.
All right. Here we go. The Prince song that will represent the purple one in this region is Purple Rain.
Oh, yeah. I mean... All right, that's a good one, Joe. Damn.
Oh, I love that one. All right.
Now,
so
the percentages, how did that work out in the voting?
How did it work out? Let me take a look here.
Yeah, sure.
So it works out to that Purple Rain won with 43%. When Doves Cry came in second with 32%. Let's Go Crazy garnered 25%. And 1999 came up with a goose egg.
Oh, man.
0%.
You know, other titles we considered: Delirious, Little Red Corvette, Kiss,
Right.
Raspberry Beret, Bat Dance.
The thing is, there's so many to choose from.
Yeah, Prince himself had 17 number 1 hits.
Of course he did.
I mean,
He's
sorry,
Prince.
not top 40 hits, but like 7 of them were number 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, who did you vote for in this one, Joe?
I came up short on this one. I voted for When Doves Cry.
I also came up short on this one. I voted Let's Go Crazy, feeling it was a much more 80s song. Purple Rain,
Right.
though, is probably my favorite of these songs.
Yeah.
And so I'm
It's a
not...
great song.
I'm not unhappy about... I wouldn't have been unhappy about any of them, so...
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
So-
how can you be?
That's right. Well, Joe, let's move right on down the bracket and right on down this Legends voting playlist here.
All right. Next up, we have Arena Rock Gods U2. And the 4 songs nominated for U2. First up, we have With or Without You.
Right. With or Without You. Sounds like this.
That's the one.
Yep.
Second song nominated for U2 was Where the Streets Have No Name, which is very confusing.
You know this one. All right.
Okay.
Next.
Oh, yep. Slow build. Next song for U2 was Desire. And the final song for U2 was I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
And the winning song
Yes, sir.
for Irish Rock Gods U2 was With or Without You.
All right. With or Without You, we'll move on into the bracket.
That's right. Sleight of hand or twist of fate? I don't know.
You don't know. Great,
No.
great tune.
Who can say?
Who can say? All right. Well, Joe.
Yeah, all right.
Now back to the voting page where we're gonna look at Heart next. That's right. We're taking them in the order
okay,
of the voting here. Yep.
Got it.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
about that.
That's okay, because
Okay.
I've got this long playlist that I got to try to stay in order with. But yeah.
Okay, my apologies.
No worries.
Okay, so next up with Heart, the 4 songs for Heart were, first off, These Dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Second nominee was Alone.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, playing the piano. Okay. Also nominated was Never.
All right. Yeah.
And the final Heart song nominated was What About Love?
Nice. All right. So that's 4 Heart songs. And which one am I going to
4
play a
Heart
little
songs.
more of, Joe?
Well, the winner for Heart was Alone.
Oh, yeah. All right, Joe, how close was
kidnap
that?
Him.
How close was this one?
Sorry. This was not terribly close.
Did you say kidnapping is the way to get them alone?
That's right. Alone won with 50% of the vote. Tied at 19% was These Dreams and What About Love, and Never was a distant fourth at 12%.
All right, well, I voted Alone on this one.
I did not. I voted for These Dreams.
Fair enough. All right, well, you're... Oh, wait, did we say who we voted for in the U2 matchup?
We didn't, because I confused things so terribly.
No, it's fine. It's here somewhere. I voted for Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
While I voted for the winner, With or Without You.
Nice. All right, so that's enough of Heart for the moment. And we'll go back up. And who's next, Joe? Who's coming up next?
All right, next we have Queen.
Oh, and Queen, dude.
4 Queen songs
that
man. We put up here. First nominee was Another One Bites the Dust.
Iconic bass line.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Capital I.
Yeah. Second nominee was from the soundtrack.
Oh,
it's
shit.
Flash.
Oh, my God. Let me jump ahead into this. Yes.
Oh, I love that one, man. All right.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Third song, a little bit of a sleeper. It's Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
Great song. I love this song, actually.
Me too. And the final nominee for Queen was, maybe it's a kind of a cheat, because it's Queen and David Bowie with Under Pressure.
Oh, this is a top tier song of the 80s. For me, I know it is for
100%.
you. I know it's probably 100%. One of your
100%.
top 10 songs of the 80s, right?
It's one of my top 3 songs of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Joe,
Okay,
I sure hope it won, since it's one of your favorites.
Boy, me too. Let's find out. The winning song was...
Timpani, right?
That's right.
Let's go give you that timpani.
It's Another One Bites the Dust, and my heart is broken.
Oh, no.
Look, I get it, because some people are like, Under Pressure, it's not Queen, it's Queen and David Bowie. Fair enough. And hey, Another One Bites the Dust is an iconic Queen song.
It is, and I voted Under Pressure.
Okay, me too.
So did you?
It was close. Another One Bites the Dust won with 48% of the vote. Under Pressure was close behind it with 41%. Crazy Little Thing Called Love with 11%. And then Flash was, a goose egg.
Could not
came
quite
on Snake Eyes, 0%.
Could not quite get Flash over that hump. Too bad we don't have, we should have done, let's make it more complicated next season. Ranked choice voting.
That sounds great. It worked for New York City.
Oh, man. All right, so there's Queen, and I feel like you might see Under Pressure again somewhere else this season. We'll see.
Possibly.
Possibly. It might pop up elsewhere. We'll talk about that later.
Somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Anyway.
All right. Next up in our poll, we had Hall and Oates.
Oh, hell yeah.
4 iconic Hall and Oates songs. First nominee was Maneater.
Oh, man.
Eater.
Yeah. Classic. So classic.
Classic songs. Second nominee was Out of Touch.
Oh yeah, we get some nice drum machine and synth in Out of Touch, which is exciting for me.
Absolument.
All right.
The third nominee was the title track from the album Private Eyes.
Oh, yeah, man. This one. Classic. And
our final nominee was Method of Modern Love.
Since I have the feeling we're never going to hear it again, I'm going to do this.
you go.
For those who might not know it. All right.
Okay. And the winner for Hall and Oates.
And also for Oates, okay?
That's right. It's Out of Touch.
Wow.
That's right.
Well, we've got something to talk about on this one, don't we?
we do, because, folks, this was, in our first region here, this was the only one that came out in a tie.
Now, Joe and I set up a tiebreaker ahead of time. We said...
We did.
Well, we said, let's go with, if it's tied, we'll just take whichever one was a bigger hit on the Billboard charts. Well, they were both fucking number one songs, Joe, so that didn't work. But
we have a backup plan, which involved 2 slips of paper and a hat.
That's right. We actually pulled the paper slips out of a hat to break this tie because Joe was gun shy from getting beaten by my 1986 $50 so many times.
I'm sorry, I think it's a two-faced situation, man. I think it's a cheat. So the deal is Maneater and Out of Touch, they tied with 35% apiece. Private Eyes was actually right behind them with 31%. And Method of Modern Love, people don't like spelling in their songs, so that was 0%.
That one threw up the goose egg as well. Man, that's harsh.
I have a whole flock full of goose eggs this break.
But yeah, I mean, I think we were somewhere... as I mentioned, we have 300 odd listeners now, but we're only getting
normal ones
in the neighborhood of like 40 votes here. So I don't know if that's close to the, national average for actual voting. But anyway, this is just a few vote difference between Private Eyes is probably like 3 votes back,
Right.
Anyway, Out of Touch.
Out of touch, out of time.
Out of time, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so...
moving along.
I voted Out of
Next
Touch
up.
there. Did I say that already?
Sorry. No, you did not. I personally voted for Maneater.
Yeah, and so I texted you before the show, and I was like, well, if we both voted for the same one, that could break the tie,
That's true.
That could be the thing that does it. But no, we voted for 2 different ones.
Time, we did not.
Yeah, so, that's where we ended up. So,
all right. Next up.
Yes.
Next up, we have iconic Ohio band, The Pretenders.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah, and the first song people got to vote on was a song about Ohio. It's called "My City Was Gone."
Oh yeah, people might recognize this one. It's a big hit back in the day. Where she says, I went back to Ohio. All right, what else, though, Joe?
She did say that. She did say. Second song nominated was Back on the Chain Gang. Love this song.
Oh, yeah.
Third
really
song
good song
nominated. Oh, yeah. Third song nominated was Middle of the Road. Oh, listen to that drumming. All right, and the final song nominated for the Pretenders was Don't Get Me Wrong.
Oh, love that beginning bit right there.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, Joe.
All 4 of these fantastic songs, man.
Yeah.
I love these songs so much.
I do enjoy the Pretenders.
Yeah. But we had to choose, our listeners had to choose just one. And so they came up with Don't Get Me Wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Don't Get Me Wrong won convincingly with 56% of the vote.
Wow.
Followed by Back in the Chain Gang with 24%. Middle of the Road came in at 12%, and My City Was Gone was a little bit further back with 8% of the vote.
Gotcha. Well, I was torn between Don't Get Me Wrong and Back on the Chain Gang. I eventually ended up going Don't Get Me Wrong, being slightly more 80s, although I think I might like Back on the Chain Gang better. How did you vote on this one?
I also went with Don't Get Me Wrong, and I like all four of these, so it was a tough choice. I think there's no bad songs in this choice here.
I'm just happy the Pretenders are here, right? So
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Chrissy. And now we can move on and see what our next one is, Joe.
Next up, we have Eurythmics.
All right, this one might break some hearts out there. We got a lot of fans of this band out there. Hopefully,
it's true.
Hopefully, the song they wanted got through. Let's find out.
Quick reminder that their biggest hit appeared on side A, and so we don't have "Sweet Dreams" or "Made of This."
That's right.
In the running.
But
we did have "Who's That Girl." We also had their wonderful song, Here Comes the Rain Again.
Oh, I love it. Oh, this opening. Come on.
God, yeah.
Yeah. That's capital I, iconic in the 80s, this song right there.
Hell yeah.
All right, what else?
Third song nominated was Would I Lie to You?
Another great one.
Mm-hmm. And fourth song, kind of a dark horse, it was Missionary Man.
It was a definite top 40 hit, but yeah. But not like a number one. Now, let me jump ahead to a riff here. Ooh, blistering harmonica.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, and
Joe?
Of these four Eurythmics classics, the one that makes the legend bracket is... It's Here Comes the Rain Again.
Oh, man, yeah. Let me just jump ahead. Yeah, go ahead. How did we do on this?
Here Comes the Rain Again was the overwhelming favorite with 72% of the vote.
Woo!
Would I Lie to You had some support at 24%. Missionary Man had, I'm guessing, probably one vote at 4%. And Who's That Girl was a no-show. It got no votes at all.
Good song, but probably not the strongest representative of their sound, right?
Probably.
And I ended up kind of waffling between Would I Lie to You and Here Comes the Rain Again. I went with Here Comes the Rain Again, and ultimately...
So did I.
All right.
We are part of the 72%.
I think this is a song that's going to have to be reckoned with, Joe. This is not going to go away quietly, I don't think.
No. This is a very, very strong contender, I feel.
I guess we'll see what it's matched up against, though. So...
All right.
All right. What do you got next?
So, next we have Ms. Tina Turner.
Oh, my. Yeah. 80s icon.
Massive presence in the 80s. Yeah. And her first song nominated was of course, the title of her biopic.
Yeah.
It's What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah.
Yep. Second song was the title track of this album. It was Private Dancer.
Right. I'm trying to jump ahead.
That's
all right.
All right. Third song nominated was The Best.
Yes, the one where you're simply the best. This one.
That's right. You're better than all the rest.
Yep, that was a huge popular song.
Fourth song nominated was from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. It is We Don't Need Another Hero, Thunderdome.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. You know, this was one of those ones, like, it had kind of faded to the back of my mind, but then when I heard it again, I was like, oh, shit. Like, this was a huge song back then.
Huge. All right, so of these four iconic songs from this icon, the one that got the most votes is What's Love Got to Do with It?
Not a huge surprise. Like you said, it's the name of her biography.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one that's probably most strongly identified with her. What did you vote for, Keith?
I waffled. I almost voted for the Thunderdome. We don't need another hero, but I did stick with What's Love Got to Do with It.
All right. Well, you are not alone. 58% of our listeners were with you on that one.
Nice.
The Best came in second with 23%. Private Dancer, which is what I voted for,
nice.
came in with 12%. And then We Don't Need Another Hero, Thunderdome, was the fourth one at 8%.
8%. Still some votes. So that was
measly percent.
You know, we've had a couple of goose eggs, but Tina's songs were strong enough that they all got votes.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Right.
Now a long-awaited debut for this band.
The amount of complaints we had on side A for this band not being in there, just astonishing. So, next up we've got, of course, Journey.
Oh yeah, and their first song. I mean, that intro, Jesus.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It is Separate Ways, Worlds Apart.
Worlds Apart. That's right.
Worlds Apart. All right. And then the second song of Journey's in the bracket is that slow dance classic, Faithfully.
A song that our mutual friend Dan Knapp yesterday in a text exchange called the best ballad ever written by any human in the history of mankind. There you go.
Well, I love Dan dearly, so I'll just say,
oh, yeah. All right, but anyway, what else do we have?
Right. We also have another prom slow dance classic. It's Open Arms.
Yes. Classic.
Plink, 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 plink. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the final song from Journey is the song that closed out The Sopranos. It's Don't Stop Believin'.
Those few, first few bars of piano there, just with that bass, they tell the tale.
It brings it all back.
All right, so those are the nominees, Joe.
Those are the nominees. And the winner of the song that will represent Journey in the Legends bracket is Don't Stop. I just jumped on the timpani. Don't Stop Believin'. Sorry, timpani. Don't Stop Believin' was a huge vote getter. It got 54% of the vote.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
did it get your vote?
It got my vote. How about you?
It didn't get mine, Joe.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go back. Let's go down the rest of the songs. Separate Ways got 23% of the vote,
and one of those was mine. Yeah, I thought that.
There you go.
I thought that Cynthia Open was just super 80s. That thing just.
I agree.
Our friend Dan Knapp, when presented with these four songs, agreed that Separate Ways was the 80s Journey song to him. But what were the vote getters for the rest of these songs?
Well, Faithfully got 15% of the vote, and then Open Arms were proved somewhat unpopular, 8% for that. Okay,
but Don't Stop Believin' will be in the bracket, so...
There you go.
All right. Well, Joe, now a controversial figure pops up here. Next.
That's right. It's Mr. Bob Seger.
Yeah.
Who some people did not welcome into the bracket.
Despite his many top 40 hits.
That's right.
Which I believe
so we
numbered
have four
8.
Bob Seger songs here, starting with Shakedown.
From, Joe?
From the soundtrack to Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Hell yeah. I'm going to jump to the... I want to hear him say it, but... Damn, I'm not going to find it, am I?
There you go.
There you go.
Busted.
All right, you're busted.
All right, next song for Bob Seger is the Chevy truck commercial, King Like a Rock. Is it Chevy?
Probably
Ram.
I think
Ford?
Chevy. I think it's Chevy.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, maybe
sounds right. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Then the third Bob Seger song was "Against the Wind." And the last song, kind of a long shot, was an early '80s hit. "Someday, Lady, You'll Accompany Me."
Right, and I couldn't find it for a while, Joe, because I was typing in the word "accompany," but it's actually accompany. With an apostrophe.
You'll accompany.
You'll accompany.
Bob, what the fuck are you doing with that apostrophe?
Someday, lady, you'll accompany me.
You'll accompany me. I ain't for it, I'm against it.
All right, so those are the 4 nominees, and you guys
That's right.
Chose one of them to
That's
represent
right. And the song
Bob.
that you guys chose was "Against the Wind." Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's a song. Yeah. "Against the Wind" got a lukewarm, enthusiastic 42% of the vote.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, "Shakedown" came in second with 35%.
I voted for "Shakedown," Joe, because it's so 80s sounding compared to the other ballads, kind of,
All right, I get it.
It's kind of up
Like
tempo.
a Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a Rock was third with 19%.
Yeah.
And then "You'll Accompany Me" was way back with 4%.
It got
voted
a
for
vote.
Like a Rock.
Yeah.
It got a vote. I don't know who that is, but good job, you, I guess.
And you went Like a Rock, you said.
I went Like a Rock because it just, I don't know, maybe the truck commercials just swayed me.
Yeah. Experientially, I almost went Against the Wind, but "Shakedown" just had the sound. Like somebody 80s produced Bob Seger, and I was like, okay, I'll vote for it, but it didn't make it. So, Against the Wind.
I hear you. "Against the Wind."
All right.
Then
we already did U2. So
we did. So next up, we've got Dire Straits.
Yes.
And the first Dire Straits song nominated was "The Sultans of Swing."
These guys have just got awesome sounding riffs to start pretty much
100%.
every song of theirs. Yeah.
And a quick reminder that Dire Straits without "Money for Nothing" in this.
Right.
bracket,
"Money for Nothing" was used inside B, I think.
I think it's side B. Yeah.
Yeah.
So their second song nominated was "Walk of Life." There you go.
All right.
Third up, we have one of my favorites, "Romeo and Juliet."
Great song.
Hell yeah. And then the final Dire Straits song nominated was "So Far Away."
It's got that cool
All
like
four
guitar
really great
comes in like
songs.
right here.
Yeah. And Mark Knopfler, no one sounds like Mark Knopfler.
No, really. Did not.
No.
All right, so those are 4 solid songs. I would have been happy with any of them, Joe, but let's find out.
Honestly, so would I. There's no losers here. But the song that got the most votes for Dire Straits was "Walk of Life."
Yes.
Yes. Keith, which of these songs did you vote for?
I was torn. At one point, I was convinced I was going to go Sultans of Swing, because I think that might be my favorite of the songs. Romeo and Juliet. I thought about all of them. I ended up thinking the one that had the best shot in the tournament was Walk of Life, so I voted for it.
Okay. As did I. And we were part of 54% of our listeners who voted for Walk of Life. Sultans of Swing was a distant second at 23%. Romeo and Juliet and So Far Away both tied at 12%. So a lot of love for all 4 of these songs. Walk of Life just captured people's imagination.
Yeah. Those totals, by the way, have changed while we were sitting here listening to these songs. So someone is still voting and voted an extra vote for So Far Away came in, because I had it at So Far Away at 8% before you read that, and now it's 12. So interesting.
All right.
All right.
bit of
Well,
late love.
we're getting down to it here. We're running out of songs, Joe.
That's right. Next up, we've got the Go-Go's / Belinda Carlisle.
That's right. You know, she took off,
combo.
had a bunch of hits on her own,
That's right.
and then we still had a couple of hits. Like, you know, We Got the Beat was eliminated from contention by being used already. So
That's right. Would have possibly been a stronger contender, but who knows? All these are good songs. The first song nominated for the Go-Go's / Belinda Carlisle was Vacation.
I think everybody knows this one.
Of course. Oh, listen to that, man. That's so good.
Yeah.
Second song nominated for the Go-Go's / Belinda Carlisle is Our Lips Are Sealed.
Just the cool riffs, the simplicity of it, but it's so good, you know?
Really good.
Yeah.
Third up, we have Mad About You.
Oh, yeah, and this has got a bass line that gets us started, yeah.
And the final song nominated for the Go-Go's and Belinda Carlisle is a solo song. It is Heaven is a Place on Earth.
So, yeah.
Strong intro.
It comes in hard, yeah. All right. Well, what do you think, Joe?
All right. I think it's time to reveal the winner of this artist. Or these artists. These acts.
These acts. That's it.
The winning song for the Go-Go's and Belinda Carlisle is Our Lips Are Sealed.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Our Lips Are Sealed came in at 38%. Right behind it, at 35%, was Heaven is a Place on Earth.
Oh, that's got to be just one vote away, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely. Vacation, third place at 27%. Mad About You scored nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
I think that Heaven is a Place on Earth. If you're going to vote Belinda on her own, that Heaven is a Place on Earth is such a strong... giant number one for multiple weeks, 6
Absolutely.
weeks, I think. So
it was a blockbuster.
But Our Lips Are Sealed, a classic Go-Go song. I'm not mad at that, even though, Joe, I didn't vote for it.
What did you vote for?
I ended up voting Vacation. You know.
Actually, I did too.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
And I don't know if I thought that had a better chance, but turns out, no.
It did not.
It did not. It had no chance, apparently.
All right. Well, there you go. So that's that one.
All right. Next on our list, we have Whitney Houston.
Oh, my goodness.
Oof. And the first Whitney Houston song people could vote for was Saving All My Love for You.
I think all three of these songs were number one hits. All four of these songs. One thing to mention is the Dolly Parton "I Will Always Love You." People are wondering why that was a 1990s, early 90s release of that
Right.
"I Will Always Love You" song. So
Yeah.
just to head off the folks that are like, hey, why didn't you play? That's like her biggest hit. Where did that? Didn't come out yet.
Bodyguard came out later than you think, folks.
That's right.
But a song that did come out in the 80s is the second nominee, How Will I Know?
These are all ones you're going to know. They're all super catchy.
So 80s.
Oh, wow. Did you hear that? That 80s laser going through there?
Oh, I love that, man. I love that laser.
Yeah.
Okay, third nominee was The Greatest Love of All.
I once went to a leadership conference where they thought it would be the coolest thing if they ended it with this song, and everyone was just kind of eye rolling at it like... Anyway, yeah.
I mean, it is really important to love yourself.
Yeah, it's a powerful performance.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you hate yourself, how can you love anyone else?
That's bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
And what's our final nominee, Joe?
Our final nominee is I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me.
Wow, listen to that. All that 80s nonsense.
Woo, indeed. So, of these 4 songs, the one that scored the most votes and will represent Whitney Houston in the Legends bracket is I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me. All right. This song won pretty convincingly, Keith, with 54% of the vote. It was followed by How Will I Know at 31%. The Greatest Love of All came in at 12%, and Saving All My Love for You saved one person's vote, 4% there.
They were not looking for the ballad. I went How Will I Know on this one because of those 80s lasers, Joe.
Dude, same.
Oh, awesome. Now, this was my second choice because this is super 80s sounding also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not upset about it, but I could have done a whole 10 minutes on the production of How Will I Know.
I mean, it's pretty damn 80s.
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next up, the 14th act.
Yes.
14th act in our voting here. But first in our hearts, it's The Police.
Oh, man.
And the first song nominated was Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic.
Great tune.
Hell yeah. Second song nominated was Every Breath You Take.
These intros, all incredible.
Yeah, they take you back. Third song, Wrapped Around Your Finger. Oh, man.
Come on, right?
Yeah. Whew. And the final song by The Police, nominated for this, is Don't Stand So Close to Me.
Gonna jump ahead here to get to the riff.
Young teacher, the subject of schoolgirl fantasy.
Wow, all right. So those were the 4.
Right.
Joe,
those are the 4, but only one can move forward, and that song is Every Breath You Take.
Yep, iconic song, and
it absolutely is.
Kind of expected
it won. Yeah, but it did have some competition. Every Breath You Take came in with 46% of the vote, but Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic was right behind it at 38%. Don't Stand So Close to Me, 15%. This surprised me. Wrap on Your Finger, 0%.
Can't believe that got no votes, but the other ones are so strong,
right?
I guess.
No, these are all 4 strong songs.
I went Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, personally. I don't know where you ended up.
I went with the winner. Every Breath You Take was my choice.
There you go. All right. Well, it's a good one. I think it's got legs for this competition. We'll see.
That's right. Next act, our penultimate act in this region, it's the Pointer Sisters.
Right. Without
who we love dearly.
Without Automatic.
Without Automatic. Right. From side A, right?
I believe that's right. Yeah.
Okay, side A. All right. But the 4 songs that the Pointer Sisters do have in this region starts with I'm So Excited. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Hit you right out of the gate there.
It's a good one. The second song could have been nominated in the movie region in side A. It's Neutron Dance from Beverly Hills Cop.
Awesome.
Oh, man. I mean, you can see the scene in your head right now. The cigarettes falling all over the place. Eddie Murphy swinging out the back of the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So great.
Yeah. Third song nominated is Jump for My Love
Right. Not Jump by Van Halen. They
Right.
put the For My
The
Love
other
on
Jump.
there because it was charting at the same time as Jump by Van Halen. So
It was a very confusing time.
it was.
The fourth and final song from the Pointer Sisters is Slow Hand. It's an earlier 80s song.
Yeah, for me, this one was a big hit. We documented the hit power of it. But for me, it still kind of had that 70s vibe to it. But
Definitely.
let's find out what everybody else thought, though.
All right, so the winning song from the Pointer Sisters, or the pointing song from the Winter Sisters, is... I'm so excited to say that I'm so excited is the winning song. This one was a pretty big winner. I'm so excited. Got 58% of the vote.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty solid, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jump for My Love was a distant second at 23%, followed closely by Neutron Dance at 19%. And people agreed with you that Slow Hand was very 70s. It got
0.0.
Yeah. That Slow Hand was raising a middle finger.
I should have been using this all along.
0.0.
There
Nice.
you go. All right. Anyway, I'm so excited.
And this brings us to our last act.
This is it,
Keith.
buddy. This is it.
This is it. That's
The
right.
last one.
Our last act is, of course, Toto.
Fuck yes. Fuck yeah. Toto, which we learned from our good friend Alejandro in Argentina.
Yeah.
That Toto is a shortened form of Tomas. It's like, a person's name. And so you might have a buddy named Toto. And to us in America, it's the name of the dog from Wizard of Oz, right? And yeah.
So, I mean, in Latin American countries, do they assume that Dorothy's dog is like Tommy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because Alejandro assumed for the very longest time that Toto was a dude. And like that, it entertained me and Denny. We're both laughing at this. And he's like, no, listen, here's why. I'm not an idiot. It's a cultural difference. So there you go. Yeah. Anyway, we've got four.
I mean, there are dudes in Toto. Yeah,
we chose 4 bangers from Toto, man.
That's right. The first song to represent Toto here is, of course, Africa.
Yeah, big smash, galactic hit,
That's right.
Just wait for that riff to drop.
There it is.
I mean, that's it. That's all. That's
it.
You hear that, and it's
I'm
over.
gone.
All right.
Yeah. But they had other hits, including the second song nominated, Rosanna.
I love the drumming in this intro. All right. So yeah, Rosanna.
Rosanna's a good song. Third song nominated, I'll Be Over You.
Goes right in with the Peter Cetera-like lead vocal there. Yeah.
Not wasting any time.
And
the fourth song from... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the thing that we found out about this song, like late, is that Michael McDonald is in it. Like late.
True.
Right here.
There he is.
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, Michael. All right. Fourth song nominated was Pamela. Sorry, Pamela.
Alejandro and I both like Pamela, but I think he told me he could not vote for it because it's just not going to have a shot. So
let's find out what people did vote for.
That's a great
the
idea.
winning song from Toto, the band, not the person, is. I mean, we don't need timpani for this. It's Africa, of course. It's Africa.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Africa was a pretty big winner, 54% of the vote, but Rosanna scraped together 35% of the vote.
Yeah.
I'll Be Over You had 8%, and Pamela had 4%. So at least one person was like, Pamela, yeah!
And I'll admit, I was not the Pamela vote, Joe, because I threw my vote away for Michael McDonald in I'll Be Over You.
Of course you did, Keith.
I did. Plus,
did.
actually, that song was really big when we were in high school.
Yeah.
I just remembered it. It had a big experiential, like, took me back to a place in time kind of a thing. Now, Africa is an undeniable smash. And
that's what I went with, was the smash.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one that has the best chance to advance, right? So,
oh, definitely. I mean, people still love this song like crazy.
But I mean, there is Pamela. Let's not forget.
I've already forgotten Pamela, dude.
Let's see if I can needle drop on her name. I did it. All right. Anyway, that'll be the last time you ever hear that song. So,
I mean, unless you own a lot of Toto albums.
That's right. I guess if you owned Toto, the 7th one on which Pamela appeared, then you might hear that song again someday.
Good job, you.
All right, Joe, we did it. We blasted. People got a snippet of 64 different songs. We picked 16 of them. We as a collective, I mean, not you and me, but
that's right.
This group, this audience, the awesome listeners that we're so thankful for, spent all that time clicking all those votes. It was a shitload of voting. And now,
can I tell you?
Yeah.
I got together with some friends, and two of my friends confirmed that they had been enthusiastically voting each time a region voting list came out.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, no, there's enthusiasm for this.
I'm digging it. Yeah, it's great. I wish we could just keep it going, but at some point we have to put the songs against each other. You know?
That's right. We have to start. We have to start culling the herd.
All right. Well, Joe, it's time. This is the time for us to go from the top of the Prince region and finally say, we know Prince is the number 1 seed.
Right.
Right? And we know Purple Rain is the song. So that's our number 1 song and seed in this region. But, Joe, there's 15 others. No one knows where they're ranked. Let's get right to it. So, the 1 is going to play against the 16. But who is the 16, Joe?
Well, Keith, the 16 are the Wilson sisters. It's Heart with Alone.
Alone is all alone. I don't think it's viable, survival. It's not going to happen, right? But,
it's probably not. It's probably going to get steamrolled by the purple one.
I think the question will be more like, will they get a vote against Prince? Is there someone out there that big of a fan? And so what this means, because we did this mathematically this time around, Joe, Prince was our number 1 overall seed, and that means Heart was 64th. Out of all 64 artists, Heart was the last one to make it. And so that's what you end up.
It's no diss against Heart, but the songs people really love from them, or a lot of them are from the 70s.
Sure, Magic Man and Barracuda.
Right. Yeah. Barracuda. Yeah, they had some big hits in the 80s, but the ones that people still love to this day are going to be your 70s songs.
Yeah. Well, all right. So now, Joe, we're gonna go down to the exact center of the bracket, meaning of all 64 songs, these were number 32 and 33. It's our 8 versus 9 matchup. Joe, why don't you take 8?
Okay, so our 8 seed, it's Ms. Tina Turner. It's What's Love Got to Do with It?
That's right. And coming in 9th, a viable challenger. This could possibly go either way. Another one, Bites the Dust by Queen, is our 9 seed there. So
I have no idea how I'm going to vote in that one, Keith.
One of those 2 songs is going to then go presumably face Prince.
Well, all right, there you go. So. That's yeah. Okay. But then we move away from Prince, and we get some songs that have a chance.
Yes, that's right. And so up next, in the way that brackets work, it's our 5 versus our 12. And the 5 in the Prince bracket is our 17 overall. And the 12 is our 48th overall, as it turns out.
Okay.
All right, so hit me. With your
Our
5.
5 seed is The Police with Every Breath You Take.
And our 12 seed, we just heard him. It's Africa by Toto.
Ooh.
So,
I mean, that's a strong 12.
I can see that being an upset.
It could happen.
Got the earmarks. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, it's a 4 versus 13. In this case, our 4 was our overall 16th song in the bracket. And of course, then our 13th song was our 49th overall song in the bracket.
This is so many numbers.
It's
Keith.
too many. You'll. That's
My
why
brain.
That's why I have a visual representation up on this post so that you can check it out for yourselves. But who's our 4?
Our 4th seed, why, it's Journey with Don't Stop Believin'.
And normally 413s are a bit of a walkover, but Joe, this is a fucking Legends bracket, and the Journey has to deal with Here Comes the Rain Again by Eurythmics. And man, I would hate to see, after all this time of waiting for Journey to arrive, for them to get kicked out in the very first round.
Dan might kill somebody. He might take some hostages here. I don't know.
Oh, man. All right. Next up, anyway, it's the 6-11, which is our 24th overall against our 41st overall. And who's the 6, Joe?
Why, the 6 is Hall & Oates, It's Out of Touch.
That's right. And the 11 is the Go-Go's with Our Lips Are Sealed. And I don't know how to vote that one. Right now, I'm already having indecision about what to do with that one.
That's a tough one. I think that's going to come up to some research and listening to these back to back.
Yeah, probably
which
so.
is always a clarifying exercise.
The next matchup is a 3 versus 14, and the 3 is our overall 9 seed. And the 14, though, is pretty far down. That's our overall 56 in the tournament.
Oof.
Yeah. So the 3 is...
That 3 seed is Whitney Houston with I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Yeah, she's up high in the seeding because she's a freaking icon. And
lots of hits, dude.
Our 14 seed kind of just made it in. A handful of hits, but a band we both like, Dire Straits, with Walk of Life at the 14 seed. So...
yeah.
I'm not sure Dire Straits are going to be around in that second round with Whitney, man.
Whitney Houston's pretty strong. She's pretty strong. Or she was.
But now a traditionally close game is the 7-10 game. And that's what we're up to here.
This one's a heartbreaker for me.
The 7 and the 10 is our overall 25 at the 7 and our overall 40 at the 10. And Joe... yeah, this one's going to break your heart.
It really is. 7 seed is I'm So Excited from the Pointer Sisters.
And the 10 seed is both of our darlings, the Pretenders, Don't Get Me Wrong. I guess we could look at it, at least one of them's going to advance, but...
I suppose that's a good way to think about it. But man, that's going to be a tough one for me.
And now our
what do we
final,
have last here?
the final matchup in the region, in the Prince region, is a 2 versus 15. And our 2 seed in the Prince region was our overall number 8. And that's the way the math works out. And because if this comes down to it, you want 1 versus 8 if they make it to the finals, Anyway, our 2 and our 15 seed, again, barely squeaking in 57th overall place. This could be a 100 to 0% type situation, Joe.
It really, really could, because our number 2 seed in this region, it's U2 with or without you.
And the 15, if you've been keeping track of which one hasn't been mentioned yet, it's
right.
fan favorite Bob Seger with Against the Wind.
Little Bobby Seger.
So, folks, we just said a bunch of numbers and a bunch of names, but don't you fear, I have a graphic. It's up in the post.
Of course you do, Keith.
And this time, to avoid spoilers, I put a cool picture of Prince in the middle of the post so you didn't immediately see the bracket,
Nice.
So, it's kind of cool. So, anyway, Joe, that's it. You have any kind of random thoughts about this bracket? That's pretty much, we've done it.
Yeah, we have. For me, this is a pretty strong bracket. I had really just one artist who I hit skip on when I was listening to their stuff.
Was it Hall & Oates?
No,
Bob Seger.
I can listen to some Hall. Of course, it was Bob Seger.
It's Bob Seger. Yeah.
I don't need to hear any Bob Seger songs for the rest of my life. I'm good.
I listened to Shakedown, but I skipped the other three because I wanted to hear if it was as 80s as I remembered it. And
it was.
It was, yeah. But it did not make it. But yeah, dude, a lot of, Prince, Heart, Tina Turner, Queen, The Police,
Whitney
Toto,
fucking Houston,
Journey, Eurythmics, Hall & Oates, Go-Go's, Whitney, Dire Straits, Pointer Sisters, Pretenders, U2, Bob Seger. These are legends, buddy. This is it.
Yeah. These are some big contenders here. And here's the thing is, you know where to find us because you have been doing this voting. But if you need a reminder, go to our Substack. We are the 80zest.substack.com. You can also find us. We are on Blue Sky. You can search for the 80zest podcast. We have we're on some other platforms as well.
Yeah, we're on one of those ones that we don't need to give it any more public publicity than it gets. But we do have all our playlists, every region, like this Legends Prince region song voting playlist that I just played all 64 songs of. That's up on Spotify. Just search for the 80s Est and you can follow playlists there. You can add them right into your library and then, go for a run and listen to 64 80 songs in the next bracket, in the Michael Jackson bracket that you need.
You understand, Keith, that some folks don't run long enough that they need 64 songs.
All right,
out there.
Go grocery shopping or, what do people do when they're not running, Joe?
What if they listen to it while they're making love?
There you go. Then that would truly be incredible. Yes.
I mean, if you wanna be having sex to Against the Wind, but maybe that's your thing.
Yeah, maybe. It sounds like it might chafe a little bit though Against the Wind. I don't know, but
that's right.
Well, listen, we really, really appreciate all you folks who have been listening and voting and commenting. Yes, occasionally we get a little butthurt about a comment here or there, but
Listen, I'm just going to say it one time. Leave They Might Be Giants alone. Leave them alone. Fuck off with your TMGB hate.
That'll be
Fuck
something.
All the way off.
That'll be something to discuss in the next show, I believe. So
yeah.
Because they're in the Michael Jackson region, right?
I believe so. Is it?
So anyway, we'd love it. We know most of you have subscribed at this point. We know most of you have subscribed to the cast and subscribed on Substack. We would love it if this time when you get an email from us, if you click share the 80sist and ship it off to your college buddy, your roommate, your old high school friend.
Your babysitter.
Your
barber.
But yeah, someone who has an appreciation for 80s music and demented, quote unquote, humor should maybe give us a listen. It would be great. And subscriptions are going up and we're really happy about it. So thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
So Joe, that's going to be all the time we have for today.
All right.
But join us next time on the 80sist, which again might be a little time until we do another one because we got to let the voting percolate.
Right. A lot of percolation.
But the next time you hear our voices, Joe and I are going to reveal the songs in the Michael Jackson region. And
I thought Michael was in the room.
Shimon!
Michael? Have you returned from the dead?
Well, until then, on behalf of Joe Walk, this is Keith Marsteller saying, well, we'll be back next week to bring you more.
Actually, before we go, Keith, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Speaking of wells, do you remember baby Jessica who fell down a well in 1987? That rescue story captivated a nation.
Of course I remember baby Jessica, Joe, but do you remember that it got very strangely and creepily sexual?
Excuse me? A child rescue got sexual? Man, I really hope not.
It's just the way that the valiant rescue worker describes it. I don't think he's a pedo. It just came out weird, you know. Hey, Joe, you know who would like it if a child rescue got sexual, though?
Oh God, you're gonna say Michael Jackson again, aren't you?
Well. I didn't have to say it, Joe. You said it for me.
Okay.
Ow! Shimon!
Oh God.
It really was the agony and the ecstasy. For 2.5 days, rescue workers struggled to drill first a shaft parallel to the well, and then with agonizing slowness, tried to cut through solid rock to the well that held the 18-month-old child. We never saw that. We never saw what it was like in that tunnel, but we know from the men who worked in it that it was hell. At about 5:40, what became the last assault began. The hole that earlier had allowed rescuers to touch Jessica had been enlarged enough to pull her out. A paramedic, armed with a tube of KY jelly and an obstetrician's forceps, was lowered down the shaft. Slowly, the cable was pulled up. The child's parents waited, and so did we.
Here she comes. There's clapping. Here she comes, right, getting ready to go to the hospital.
I got KY jelly up in there, and it was just a slow, steady pull. And while she's in this real sticky crud they had, I just had to keep pulling regular, just constant. Once I got to the KY gel, we started making faster progress, 2 inches real quick. In fact, I had to slow up some right at the end to get everything underneath, ready to put her on it, and she slid right out.
And she slid right out. I had me some KY jelly, and I had to. I got all slippery and sticky.
Sometimes you gotta slow down a little bit. You don't want to go too fast. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, dude, it was all like shafts and like ecstasy and like
these
what's
rescuers
happening?
were laying some pipe.
So, and KY jelly and OBGYN forceps, and then that guy comes out and he's like...
The number of times they said KY jelly, just astounding.
And he's like, I got me some... Let's see if I can needle drop him talking about KY again. Let's see.
Here she comes. There's clapping. Here she comes, right, getting ready to go to the hospital.
I got KY jelly up in there, and it was
up in there.
Slow, steady pull.
And it was a slow, steady thing. I'm sorry, that is fucked up, dude. But anyway, baby Jessica lives. They got her out. We're going to kind of start remembering big news moments of the 80s.
Why, I love that idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea. A genius must have had it. But anyway, there's baby Jessica. If you want to comment where you were. Do you remember where you were for the baby Jessica? Is it one of those deals?
No, not at all.
No. I just remember around when it was, like that I was in high school, but I don't even remember like what month it was. So
No. This was not something I watched live on TV.
Okay. Well, let us know if we had any baby Jessica aficionados or people who
Any
are obsessed.
super fans.
Yeah, super fans like follow baby Jessica on
maybe
Blue
people
Sky.
who really enthuse about KY jelly. I don't know.
That was the big. I went to get the clip and I'm like, what's the deal with all this KY? Anyway, it's fucked up.
Jesus God.
All right. Well, Joe, have a great night, man. Thanks for playing along.
You
there.
too, and I will talk to you soon, man.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.